Hey, what's up, High Def High School? This is the first week of the Virginia State football playoffs. The Northwest region, parts of Prince William and Loudoun counties got started last night, and we already have a huge upset. The Battlefield Bobcats finished the regular season a perfect 10-0. You remember a year ago they went all the way to the state semifinal game before losing to the eventual state champion Oscar Smith Tigers. They are headed home already after week 1. They were knocked out last night by Colonial Forge. This is not a great season by Colonial Forge standards for them. Just above 500 now after that first playoff win last night. But they are a perennial playoff team. They are comfortable in the playoffs. They go on the road again next week to take on Patriot. Well, tonight we are out at Fairfax High School. The Fairfax Lions also finished the regular season a perfect 10-0. The first name you got to mention with the Lions is Tony Rojas. He is a legitimate future D1 star. 24/7 Sports has him committed to Penn State. He is big, fast, and strong. He will hit you like a freight train, and he loves to run over tacklers. But he is surrounded by a great group of young athletes, starting with Jake Worthen at quarterback. Jake will go both ways. He's playing on defense as well, but he is an accurate passer. He's got a big frame, but the thing I noticed most about Jake in 2022 is the growth of his confidence. One of the big reasons for his confidence is that front five led by Chris Kerr, Nick Borga, Braden Lamb, Jack Balderson, Gunnar Sheehan, Mateen Nabizita. They were too much for Lake Braddock, West Springfield, and Robinson, the three best teams that Fairfax faced this year and their last three opponents coming into this game. They have a host of athletes on offense and defense who will hit you and carry the ball with speed and confidence. Drew Taylor, Chase Miller, who will rotate in at quarterback from time to time. Braden Horacek is a lethal 1-2 punch after Tony Rojas runs you over. Cam Love and Dylan Lyerly, who will carry the ball and catch passes. And that defensive unit is just as nasty. Many of those guys I've already mentioned are playing both ways. Jack Balderson is a big body in there. And Balderson, Tommy Peterson, and Aaron Castro-Laura will get into that backfield and cause disruption. The Titans come in tonight led by Judah Balcombe, Chris Saunders, and Ricky Ross. Saunders is a big boy who carries that ball downhill hard every play. Tony Rojas set the tempo early. This is the second play from scrimmage. Rojas is going to take it to his right side, break a tackle, and pretty much stretch his legs. Big step ahead and for 54 yards before Sam Massaquoi can trip him up. But this one is going to come back. There's a flag on the play for holding against Fairfax. Still in the first quarter, Tony Rojas. He's loose in the secondary. Jig-jagging, zig-zagging, breaking tackles. He's still on the run. Sam Massaquoi, the rescue again, getting the shoestring, saving the touchdown, trips Tony up, but not before he's down to the 17-yard line. And then on the next play, Braden Horacek is going to close out all accounts, 19 yards. He's in. Fairfax has their first touchdown of the 2022 playoffs, 7-0 with 5:26 to play in the first quarter. Kanan Hyman gives it to Chris Saunders. He's through the line, breaking outside, finally brought down by Jacob Worthen. First down AC, moves it out to the 36-yard line. The Fairfax defense tightens up though, forces another Titan punt, and then Tony Rojas starts loosening up the Alexandria City defense up the middle for 22 yards. First down just shy of midfield for Fairfax. Then a couple plays later, that big front five opens a huge hole for Braden Horacek. He's loose in the secondary, 27 yards, and he will score. It's 14-0 Fairfax with 10.5 minutes before halftime. But on the next kickoff, Kenneth Jarvis takes it. He's got a big return out close to midfield, giving AC good field position on their own 49-yard line. But Nick Borga and Drew Taylor, they get in that backfield on Kanan Hyman, shut him down. They will lose yardage there. And then on the next play, Kanan doesn't get the snap. It's kicked around, and Tommy Peterson grabs and goes like a pup who's just grabbed Thanksgiving turkey. He ain't sticking around for questions. He'll score. It's 21-0 just like that. 8:55 to play in the half. As we said, the Lions will rotate Chase Miller at the quarterback spot. He hits Dylan Lyerly just over the coverage, and he's got plenty of green in front of him. He will score. It's 28-0 with 5:06 still to play in the first half. Then on the next drive, Tony Rojas running for a couple of first downs, and Chase Miller's going to hand it to Braden Horacek. Picking his way through, got some room, and he's bulling in for a 19-yard touchdown. It's 35-0 at the half. Fairfax would go on to win 49-7, and they will move on and face Lake Braddock next week in a rematch from 3 weeks ago, a win that I believe put Fairfax in elite status this year. They are now 11-0, and with this win tonight, Fairfax has gone further in the playoffs than they have in more than 20 years.